Thank you for taking part in such an important project. There are a lot of people who are still alive to remember that very well, but there are a lot of younger people who aren't aware of the story. Has the reaction to it from younger audience, what's that been like for you?
It's been a sort of mixed response for me. I've been having a lot of friends reach out to me and talk to me about the series. One just out of straight congratulation and things like that. But other, it's been, especially with people of color, it's been hard for them to witness the project. And and I'm not sure exactly where that stems from. It's because it's I guess it's sort of a shared trauma as a community of people. And on the flip side, there have been a lot of people reaching out to me and expressing their love for the project and their lack of knowledge about it. But I think those people are doing more and more research now and learning the truth for themselves. Because I mean, this project can only be used as a tool, which is another conversation I had with another friend of mine who had trouble with basically the importance of showing this type of trauma that happens to people of color in this country, and what can it do, and how can it add and help fix things. And I think it's mostly it's going to be a talking point to help start the conversation about injustice and about our criminal justice system.
Like you mentioned, there it can be a help to what's happening now. There's been a lot of things that have happened since the series have aired, including the district attorney who's been dropped by our publishing house, and those things that have occurred since the airing. What do you think how this can further teach and help race relations, the legal system, and what's currently happening in our country?
I think you pretty much said it. It's just starting the conversation. I mean, with any type of theatrical event, it's going to create buzz around it. And for this type of thing, for Netflix to do this story, and this, for some people, is a well-known story, but to not necessarily sensationalize it, but to make it theatrical and have it be an experience for people, people are going to latch onto it, and it's going to become a conversation piece. And though it is very hard to watch, a lot of people have a really hard time watching it. I've only seen it one time, and I have to step away from it. But it is a conversation piece, and it is a tool. Because I also have a lot of friends who are like saying, watch it with your family, which is a great way to get into it. Watch it with your family. It's a great teaching tool for your kids, not just people of color, but also for white people as well.
There are a lot of warm moments with you and the other cast members as the series progresses. With such an intense subject matter, how do you unplug for something like that when you finished filming and just went back to resuming your normal life?
Well, I guess as an actor, it's just your job to do the best you can to sort of step away from things. But because the content of the material it's so close to home, you don't really get to walk away from it, so to speak. But as an actor, as a professional, yeah, you have to walk away from it and shed loose of certain things. But you're going to take it home with you no matter what. But you just have to look at it in a positive way and not have it hinder you. So I think the things that I've taken away have not been such like emotional burdens, but more like inspirations to where I can go home and want to learn more about the criminal justice system, where I can start to express myself in different ways, where I can start to learn my rights, where I can go home as a professional and still have learned something as opposed to simply the trauma.
Thank you so much.